All right, fantastic. Welcome everybody to the RRR247 team conference call. You're in the right place at the right time. We've got something fantastic happening and we're taking it to the world. My name is Niall Eddy, and you guessed, if you did, I live in Southwest Florida in the Sunshine State, the beautiful magical land of magical kingdom and all the great waterways. I'm in the Southwest on the Gulf Coast. I've got waterways all around me, the harbor right there, and the Gulf of Mexico not too far off from there. So I'm in a fishing area. There's boats and waterways and fishermen all around me. I call it almost heaven. I moved down here a few years ago and I found my final home, my home base, and I'm always going to have it as I get to travel the world. I've been in the industry for 33 years now. 33 years ago, I walked away from my job because I was looking at something to get involved in while I was going back to school to retrain myself in a brand new career at 30-something years old with a wife and 3 kids. It wasn't easy, but I knew I could do it, set my mind to it. But I was looking for something to do to just make a little bit of extra money to, spoil my kids on the weekend because they weren't used to dad not being around all throughout the week, right? And that turned into something absolutely amazing because I was introduced to some people and some concepts that actually changed the direction of my life. I seen something incredible that I've never seen before. I seen the ability to make money like I've never dreamt of before. And I dove in, became the best student that I could. And I had practiced being a student for 5 semesters before that. But I dove in and became one of the best students I could be. And I learned everything I could about this industry. And then I put forth all the effort that I could. I always made up for an effort what I lacked in knowledge. And that helped me just excel. And about 6 months after finishing school and going to work at the airport, I quit my job, walked away, and I haven't looked back since. This business, this industry gave me the ability to be that stay-at-home dad that put my kids on the bus, took my kids off the bus. I was at every football practice from Pee-wee all the way to high school football. I was at every volleyball game. I was at every cheerleading practice. And when the high school needed a bowling coach for their travel league, I raised my hand and became the bowling coach because that gave me another opportunity to spend more time with my kids because that's what I was all about. My kids, my kids, my kids. And guess what? Now it's my grandkids. And I'm having a time. If you think being a dad is great, wait until you're a grandpa. It's even better. And actually, I'm now a great grandpa. So this industry gave me all of that. This industry gave me that time freedom to give my kids the life that I could dream for them. And it gave me the financial freedom to do all those things without any kind of stress or worrying about it or how much this costs or how much that costs or could I fit it into the budget. I had complete time freedom and financial freedom like I never even dreamt of. And even in my first year or two in the business, I didn't know how far it was going to go. But I've been here for 33 years. I've known the co-founders of this system for 29 of those 33 years. And it's been a blessing to know them since the day I first met them. I met Rory first when he was working for a voicemail company out west, that he was hired by one of our guests here tonight, Mr. Richard. If he could wave his hand and say hello. Richard brought that great guy into the telecommunication industry, and that guy somehow found me, or I found him because I needed a voicemail that I could advertise all over the country. I got a hold of this young guy named Rory Rickard, and not only did he give me the voicemail, I needed to advertise all over the place and take in all of that volume at the same time. He showed me a tool where I could send out a message to that network of people that I was building all at the same time. Kind of like Gmail, text messages, all the great technology we had today. But guess what? That was 1992, Richard. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have any of that stuff, but we did have Rory Rickard. That software brain of his and that love for mass communication. He was able to give us what no one else had. But then something magical happened, 93, 94-ish. The internet came alive to everybody. Everybody was putting computers. Some of them were about this big. The first monitor I had was hard to carry in the door. And we're putting those on our home offices or our kitchen counters, right? That's when Rory Rickard really found his niche. And he became one of the first online gurus building lead generation companies that just exploded over the planet, finding more and more entrepreneurs and business people that wanted to build their business online. And there was a lot of lead gen at that time. Nobody could do it like Rory did. No one could produce the quality of leads or the quantity of leads like Rory Rickard could. And he always did things right. He nurtured every relationship. He took care of everybody in the best way with everything that he had inside of him. And those relationships have flourished for more than 3 decades. And they're still going today. I'm one of them. I'm proud to say that I've known him for that long, and that over that time, we've become really good friends, brothers. I'm going to say we are family, as well as business associates. We've done a lot of great things over the years, but we've never had it as good as we have it right now, as you're going to see. A couple years after meeting him, I got to fly out to Utah and meet his wonderful wife, Tanya, the co-founder of RRR247 and PBS. Right away, I can see this incredible young woman who is raising 7 children, running several businesses, and helping Rory put this whole thing together and train everybody to take this out to the world. I could see who they were and why they have become the power couple that they are today, because they complement each other perfectly. And they're just 2 people with giant hearts and a lot of things going on inside their heads, a lot of ideas, and having the ability to foresee future trends and market trends and a lot of things that are going on out there. And Rory keeping us on top of all that technology. Nothing can stop us and nothing can get in our way. We have an incredible opportunity that we get to take a ton of different products and services to the marketplace, building ourselves an incredible business while we're having a positive impact on millions of other families' lives. If that sounds like something too good to be true, I challenge you to stick around, dive in, become a student like I did, and learn just like I did. It is true. It's reality, because it's truth. Everything Rory does, you'll hear him talk about truth is real. If you build everything on truth, you're going to build, what's the word I always say? An empire. And that's what we're doing. We're building an empire. We have an army of marketers that are all proud to say we're marketers, and we get to take Rory and Tanya's message to the world with a ton of products and services that are really relevant to that marketplace. Rory started building websites a long time ago. They were little ones, and it was second generation, and it kept developing, and it kept getting bigger, and he kept adding more pages to it, and there's a lot of stuff behind it. And everything that he's learned over the last decades, he's put into the site. You've got hundreds of pages inside that main page, and every single one of those represent another product or service that you get paid on, that you get to take to the marketplace and have a positive impact on other people's lives. So every morning I wake up, pinch myself, and say, we get to do this. We really get to do this. This is what we're a part of. And we're going to touch 1 million families. We're going to do our best to stomp out poverty in different corners of the world. We're going to do our best to lift more people up and give them the same kind of financial freedom and time freedom that I've been talking about, and do everything we can to have a positive impact on tens of millions of families on this planet. So I'm proud to be a part of that. And for all of you, if you're looking for a home, looking for a place that you can feel the same way that I do every day when I get up, welcome home, and we welcome you here with open arms. Now, every Tuesday night, we kind of got away from this for a little while, and I'm really excited about getting back to it, because we have a great leadership team here. I mean, a superb leadership team here. Rory and Tanya built a circle of people around them, taught them their mission and their message, and we got excited about it, and we just started spreading out and sharing that with a lot of other people too. And that team just keeps growing. But the person I want to introduce to you tonight doesn't even live in this country. She's our neighbor from the north. I got to meet her a few years ago in Dallas, Texas, when we were attending an event there. She's one of them vibrant people that you just, when they walk in the room, she looks around really quick, and you see her enter the room. And when you get to know her and you talk to her, you hear her energy, you just realize this isn't your typical Canadian. This is somebody, she doesn't even sound like a Canadian, like you're going to find out in a second. She's one of our MSIs. As you move up through the ranks, you help a lot of people, you become an MSI, a Master System Instructor. She is one of those Master System Instructors. I nickname her Scooter because her and I have a passion for the scooters. Like, we rented in Dallas and we were flying all over the city of Dallas with our scooters. But I don't know how to say this. She is a kind human being that has a passion like the rest of us to help other people. And she's going to introduce one of those people that she got interested and just become a superstar as well. I could just go on and on about her, but I'm not going to delay any longer. MSI Deanna Young, if your microphone is open, can you please open up and introduce yourself to these wonderful people so they can get to know what a great person you are, like the rest of us do.
All right.
Oh, you
Hi,
are
guys. Thank you, Scooter 2.
Scooter 2.
I'm 1, he's 2. That's an inside joke, you guys. Maybe one day you guys are going to hear about it, but yeah, let's just say scooters are dangerous, right? Right.
No, we just have a passion for them. I love that scooter. We were all over town in it. Good deal.
So my name is Deanna Young, you guys. I live in Nova Scotia, Canada. I've been doing this opportunity now for 3 years and 4 months full time. Before I did this, I was an entrepreneur. I owned a restaurant. I had that for about 4.5 years. And fortunately, that came to a point where it wasn't profitable anymore. So, of course, I'm reaching out to all my friends. I'm thinking, what am I going to do now? Because, I didn't want to go back and work for someone else. I didn't want to do a 9 to 5. Like, just kill me now. After being an entrepreneur for so long, you get that taste and that lifestyle, and you're in control of everything that you do. And that's kind of like what we do here. And a friend of mine who actually reached out to me, who actually lived in the States, and told me, he said, I have this acquaintance of mine on Facebook. He has this work from home business. And he's like, I don't even know how to explain it to you. So he's like, don't even ask. He's like, but I think you should reach out to him and find out what this is all about. And so I did. I messaged Rory on Facebook. My dog's crying in the background. Sorry, guys. Stop crying. And he called me, and we probably spoke for a good hour and a half. And here I am today. This opportunity has changed my life, you guys. It's something that I absolutely love doing. I love meeting new people. It's a lot of fun. And for those of you that don't know, but the top people are going to be in Hawaii this week. I'm pretending I'm already there. So waves going in the background, going to Hawaii. We're going to learn how to hula dance and everything. So you guys can get to the top as well. You just got to do the work, show up, do the work, ask for help when you need it. If your instructor isn't available, go to your MSI. I'm telling you guys, this system works. If you are skeptical at all, for anybody new coming in here, I'm living proof that this works. And this is all that I do, right? So when I first started, probably about probably about 6-8 months after I got started, I came across my rock star, Angie Bond. And, she came in, and I think, just like everybody's kind of, they're nervous, they're scared of getting things going. But lately she is rocking. She's killing it, you guys. I'm so proud of her, because she's showing up, she's doing the work, and now she's seeing the big picture. Took a little bit, but you know what? Here she is. And she's just like, yes, like, thank you for being patient. Thank you for, keep driving me and never letting me give up. And, you guys will be the exact same. And if you guys keep at it, then eventually you're going to be at top of that leaderboard, and you're going to be able to join us on those leaderboard trips as well, because, Rory and Tanya spoil us to death, and you want to be on those trips because they're once in a lifetime. They are just something probably that most people have never experienced before. Like, I've never been to Hawaii, and I'm so grateful that I get to go with all of our top leaders and be in this and enjoy Hawaii, but also do, the training, because we're going to learn even more while we're there. And it's always better to be in person than it is to, be on a Zoom or whatever, but just saying. Anyway, guys, I'm going to introduce Angie Bond. She's one of my top instructors. I love her to death. We've met in person. She's great. She's wonderful, total sweetheart. And that's all I'm going to say for now. So, Angie Bond, unmute yourself and tell everybody your wonderful story.
Hey, everybody. Well, like Deanna said, I've been here a little over 2 years now. And yeah, in the beginning, I was a little nervous about it, got overwhelmed. But, you know, you kind of just jump in. You know, I've always been one to kind of take the bull by the horns and just kind of figure it out. And I think the PBS part of it was pretty easy for me because I like computers. I have an MIS degree from Auburn, and that part of it was pretty easy for me. But it was the instructor part that kind of intimidated me a little bit. I think getting on the calls and cold calling, kind of, that intimidated me. But you know, it took me a little while to kind of jump in there and everything, but then, you know, baby steps on it. And then, you know, then kind of some life things happened a bit. So I kind of had to put some things on the back burner, but got through that stuff. And then going to Orlando, first it was Fort Lauderdale. Went to the first Velveeta conference, and that kind of lit a fire under me, and it was amazing. I was kind of like jumping. My whole body was just like jumping. You know, I don't know really how to explain it, but it just really put a fire in me that I wanted to like make this work. So I was just trying to figure out how I was going to do it, how I was going to approach it, like soaking up everything Rory had to say, everything the leaders had to say, and just then taking notes and trying to put it all together in my mind, and then trying to decipher everything they had to say. That was also a big part of it, because you have so much information in there, and then trying to then put it all together, because it is a lot of information. We learn and get so much information every day, all day, with all that we do. It gets overwhelming. So you know, and then when Tanya taught us how to time block, that was the next big thing that I learned that helped me. That was huge for me, because then I could plan my day out. Because if I don't plan my day out, everything goes to pieces. Everything. I'm just like a jumble, because I can't make it all work. I'm a big planner, and if I can't lay my day out and figure out kind of what's going on, it's hard. It's really, really hard. So I know I'm kind of all over the place, but this system works. And if you stick to it, it's going to work for you. It's a system, not a suggestion. Rory says it all the time, and I believe in that. I believe in Rory and Tanya. I soak up everything that they say. Deanna believes in me, and I believe in Deanna. I soak up everything she tells me. That's all I can say. And I thank them every day for believing in me and being patient with me.
Yeah, you said a lot. And Angie, if I'd have known, if you'd have just told me when we met in Orlando in the pool enjoying drinks in the sun that day that you needed to borrow my decoder ring, I would have let you have it. Fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing.
Sure.
Incredible human beings in your past especially you, Scooter.
Oh, you're funny. I
Uh,
just want to say one other thing. Like, if you guys ever feel you're coming to a point where, oh, I can't do this, or, it's too hard, or, whatever, don't give up. Don't give up, because that's how you're going to fail. If you give up, you're going to fail. If you don't give up, you keep going through this, you will succeed. Right? This is, like Angie just said, it's a proven system, and it really is. And when I first started, you guys, where I'm up here in Canada, I can't get the IBO. I couldn't get the wine. So, wine just became available in Canada like last year. So, but when I first started, I jumped in and I built my business because I had no choice. I had no other income coming in. So I just went to work, and here I am.
Mhm.
and there you are. And you'll be down here soon.
Yeah, my goal is eventually I would love to move to Florida. I think it would be absolutely amazing.
5 days in a wake up and I get to see you. Fantastical. And as some of you might have heard, when I said I get to see her, because we are on our way to Waikiki to spend several days with many of the leadership here, because that's the kind of thing that happens when you're part of this group. It's a learning trip. We're going to have fun. We'll have a little bit of classroom time, and we'll have a lot of fun time. But we get to grow. We get to hang out with each other. We get to learn each other's stories even more. And then we get to spend time with Rory and Tanya, working on the things that are going to help us manage our business even more. Angie touched on that with the time block. And Angie, I think Tanya's probably done that for me 12 times over the last 25 years. Or however long it's been. And sometimes I forget how long I've been here, but I've sat down with her, several times doing that. And just when you think, well, I get so much done in a day, but they are kind of long days. I don't really think I can squeeze out another hour. She finds a way. She'll sit down and go, you just fix this, fix that, fix this, fix that, move this over here. So that at the end of the day, and then suddenly another hour and a half, 2 hours gets opened up and you go, wow, it's just going to help me. Being organized just helps us help other people even more proficiently. There's the word, good word. And manage our time better as well. So yeah, it's incredible what they just constantly bring to all of us that we get to take out to the rest of the world. So I've told you how long we've known them. I've told you how they got started, how you're there to go for a big company, got on the internet, became a guru, built, very successful businesses. And believe me, they could probably just stop doing what they're doing right now and go sit on a beach in the south of France. And as long as they can take all the grandkids with them, and enjoy some wine over there in the south of France and never work another day in their life. But these are two human beings who have a big passion to be servant leaders and pay it forward what God has blessed them with. Pay it forward and help as many other families as they can until they just can't do it anymore. And that's why I'm proud to call them family. And now I get to introduce one of them to you, maybe two of them. I don't know. I'm sorry I was late getting to the information tonight, but at least one of them. And I'm going to introduce Rory first, I'm pretty sure. And it's just been, when I met him for the first time in Miami and I shook his hand and I looked into his eyes and I seen that energy and I realized this is a human being who really has a lot of passion to help other people. He's one of those people that look right in your eyes the whole time you're talking. He never looks away, no matter what's going on around him, because he really wants to know your story. He wants to know what makes you tick. He wants to know what he can do to make your life better. That's who he is inside in his soul. And he loves taking his technology, his tools, his toys, and all the things that he has passion for and teaching us how to do that so we can take it to the world. So that's why he's all of our friends, all of our mentors, but he's also my brother and my best friend, my best male friend. Sorry, babe. And our co-founder, Mr. Rory Rickard.
Thanks, Niall. And My gosh, I am so glad this is a good setup for what I'm going to talk about today. And I'm trying to get back to some basics. Yeah, hydrate everyone constantly. If you're working on your PBS and posting ads and on the phones, it's hydration is definitely a key, and it makes you look better too. But Deanna and Angie, very special women here that's what we wanted to attract in. And not everybody comes in through our student process. And we're getting more and more that are coming off the internet from the stuff that we put out there and bringing that in there. And we have more and more family and friends coming in than ever. And I was talking with Matt, our CTO, just today. And he's like, Rory, the friends and family are coming in like steady. I said, yeah, it's because it works and people are trying to share with their family and friends now. That's the true testament of success, is when friends and family, because you don't want to share with friends and family unless you've proven it out. You want it to be working before you go there. And I know this works, but it's getting others to do the work that's necessary, right? Driving a car gets you from A to B, put gas in it, it'll take you there, but it doesn't mean it's going to go on its own, right? So, well, I guess they kind of do now, but you got to still drive it, learn how to drive it, go out into a scary world where other people are driving and texting and driving. I mean, there's a lot that we go through. To me, this is just such an easy process, no life or death situation, but teaching a skill set. And most of it is up here that needs to change. The basics of what we do in creating pages and writing and editing is actually very simple. And I've watched this for years, watching people say they couldn't write. All of a sudden, they're spending 80 hours a week writing because they realize they can do it. It wasn't as scary as they first thought it was. What's scary is changing your mindset from something you've grown up to know as the truth, from changing your environment. To me, that's the most scary thing you guys are all doing. And I know it's scary because I did it myself. Luckily, at a younger age, and I had the Richard, the Davidsons, and the other mentors in my life that were coaching me through the whole process. And that's really where the development of instructing and coaching entered my world, to create that for what you guys have today. Nobody can change on their own. You don't know what you don't know. So it's really, you can't guide yourself blindly. It's never going to be a good thing, right? If you're, it's something you need to have help. And I don't think any of us were meant to do anything alone. I haven't succeeded by myself. I'll let you guys know that. I'll put this really quick. If it wasn't for God, this would not be here. If it wasn't for all the support of the years of backing from Tanya, building this and putting blind faith that Rory and his discussions with God and his prayers and his meditation was going to lead this to something good, we wouldn't have done it. You guys, up until 2016, when we added wine to the mix, we were fronting money to run this every month. Tens of thousands of dollars to support it, to build it, but I knew it would work. I just knew, it's one of those things, I just knew it would work out. I didn't know what the right thing was. We kept changing out products. That's all real. And when we added wine in 2016, 2017 came around and we started having people going full-time into this, and the marketing started working, and the incomes that were being made to help offset things were so great. We stopped putting money in and started becoming profitable, which allowed us to create other means of lead generation to fund this for bigger growth. We know what this can become. We've already hit our visions and goals, and we've set bigger ones to go. And that's why we're bringing out stuff. And you know what? We got into a rampage of adding new products because the system works. And we've slowed that down to perfect what we have, keep on the basics. So these Tuesday calls where we get to roll out new things, and we will continue to do that, we need to get back to the mindset, because this is one of the biggest areas that people need to grow. It's the scariest place to be. And I'm watching, I'm watching these awesome women share their story and get on here to put this out there. And it meant so much to me to hear their stories again. And I know them, but I'm realizing, there's a lot to overcome when you haven't done something like this. And it takes time to build trust. And then once you get that, it becomes easier. And that's why the family, unity we have is so important. That's why growing together is so important. And these Tuesdays, I can work on your mindset and share what's been shared with me for years. I've been very, very blessed with being in the right circles of influencers and very positive doers, legends in helping others, such as Jim Rohn, the Richard Davidsons, the Patricks, the people that I've experienced in life and surrounded myself with to grow and become better. It's on me to pay it forward. It's on me to make it better all the time. And if I don't, then I'm letting down, them, when Jim Rohn was teaching me and taking me aside and pouring into me, and you guys, he did that. I was a vendor of the same company he was hired to teach and train. He didn't have to help me. He saw me as a very energetic, fully out to the world to go out there that probably could use a little bit of guidance. And I was willing to take it. And I remember my conversations with him like they just happened. He really altered my life. And I'm so grateful for, I talk about it in my book, but that one evening that I got 7 hours plus with Jim Rohn is why I'm the person I am today. He helped channel me and direct me along with my other mentors, but he really gave me some great direction for what I was doing. And, by all rights, what I was doing at my age at that time was pretty unique. I'm definitely an outlier, right? I don't follow a traditional pattern or curve and made a lot of things happen. And I did some incredible things, even within this huge multi-billion-dollar company as an individual. I had made some amazing things happen and worked my butt off to make it work. But, a lot of favor in doing the right thing. And when we get to do that here, it feeds us. It feeds us this amazing energy that keeps going and things just fall into place. But I want to work on mindset with you guys and share that forward. And I know that one of the biggest fears people have is change, even if it's good. And to grow and develop, once you start seeing the fruits of that happening, once you start seeing yourself realizing that there's a great world out there to explore and there's a lot of positive future that we can create and be part of, once you start changing your tones and your energy levels to realize that we can have anything we want, we can have anything we desire for ourselves, for our loved ones, we can have our goals and dreams be realities, you start changing your vibration and energy and it becomes awesome. It becomes addictive. It becomes something that feeds others and you irradiate and make the room a brighter place. And you'll know those people because that's who we're attracting and growing and developing. And I've seen a lot of our students here, guys, we built this, it's a we, I always say I, but it's we built this from the ground up. All the initial students I got to talk to, I brought on, our CTO has helped me do it, but I got to teach and train everybody individually until we had our own instructors to duplicate that process. And that didn't happen for literally a couple of years. I didn't have the right people. So I had trained customer service that took the inbound calls and lined them up for me to train until we built the foundation. And I knew it was going to take a while because I wanted it built right. And to teach somebody how to build things from scratch, which is what we did back then, to succeed was going to take time. I knew it would. I learned all this stuff over a long period of time, and I'm a big believer in the patient process. And because we did that right, we're here today with an army to train others, and it's building. And I look at the growth, and what I realize that we're missing is mindset training. And you guys got a great tool in my book. There's great tools in other books to read. I will definitely be, instigating that. But on these Tuesdays, I want to put a lot more emphasis on building mindset. The reason being is it's the basic building blocks that without, you won't know where you're going. There's things that I just do because my patterns in life have been altered to a positive direction all the time. You guys brought up Tanya and the time blocking. That's a positive direction all the time. And once it becomes a habit, your life's become more full. I don't know very many people that are as busy as I am, and I love being busy, but even as busy as I am, when something comes up, I know how to move things around because it's a habit to move things. And worst case, I got to call some people, move the appointment for the following day and be true to my word. Don't leave them hanging as much as possible, right? And if my word is my bond, everything will be great. And if something happens, I'm not able to reach out to them, I got to make amends as fast as possible and make it right. Those are all habits. Those are all habits of creating success, okay? And teaching that to you guys is something we can focus on, but we need to do it all the time. Repetition is the mother of all learning. We've got to replace bad habits or what you thought might be good habits because that was what your environment taught you. So I'm going to start out with some basic principles, and then we're going to go into a couple of things here today. But on these Tuesdays, we're gonna make sure this is your day to build your business. This is your day to be plugged in, surrounded by successful people with successful information to help build you up. Okay, we're gonna just keep focused on that on the Tuesdays, and yes, we'll roll out new things, support them on the Saturdays and the trainings that we do. But this is your business meeting. This is an hour every week that you put into becoming better by surrounding yourself with people that are successful doing what you want to have. If you want to create time and financial freedom, you're not going to learn it from somebody that doesn't have it. It's just not possible. They don't know what people know what they know, and they don't know what they don't know. And Tanya and I have created time and financial freedom. Tanya just chooses to use it to help others because that's what we know we're supposed to do. I know what my purpose is, and knowing your purpose and being able to act on it every day is one of the best feelings I've ever had, and I've had it for a long time now, and I never want to lose it. It feeds me an energy that is just unbelievable, and I get to accomplish things. And it's not, I've never been one to go small. I always go very big, and I always go intensely so. And I get to do that every day here with RRR because we're bringing new people in all the time. And not only that, but I got to help others grow, develop. And it's going to be just a matter of time and following the systems here. We're going to start popping out literally millionaires from the process. It's great to earn, 5 figures, great to earn 6, better to earn 7 and 8 because you can do so much in the world. Our overheads are so maintained, so low that the incomes we create are for us to utilize. We've already got the marketing path that Tanya and I put together to fund all of this and grow all of this. So you can utilize that money to create betterment in the world. And, there's one thing for just Tanya and I to do philanthropy to help the world. There's another thing to resonate that and teach others to do the same, because then we can really maximize the effect of what it is. We can really, really make a difference. One person can do so much, an army can do more. Right? And an army of philanthropists will be just incredible. I would rather create, 1,000 millionaires, which is like $1 billion, by the way, and have them all outreaching in different areas to make impact where they need to be happening in local areas and so forth, than controlling it all by myself, because I can only make one decision at a time, right? Multiplying goodness is a great thing, and that's what we get to do here. So I'm going to go over some mindset for the next 16 minutes. And I'm going to start out by just repeating some things that hopefully you've heard, before. And those of you who are brand new, make sure you read my book. Okay. But, based on who you surround yourself with, and there's different theories on it. I'm going to tell you what I've seen in real life. When I take my 10 best friends that I spend the most time with, and I add their net worth up and divide it by 10, it's pretty much where I'm at. I do things in 10. Heard different numbers, take 9 and you in the 10th, but no, I take me out of the equation. The 10 closest people that I surround myself with has always depicted my net worth. And the thing about my net worth, I go over taste, is my net worth doesn't mean that because I'm worth X, I'm a better person. It means because I've learned how to be a better person, not just with my money and my time, but also my energy and what I do with that. Now, I've chosen to help build people up and teach them how to fish so that them and theirs and their next generations hopefully have a ripple effect to become part of the wealthy, not to remain poor and stay poor. I'm trying to give a hand up to everybody like it was given to me to get me out of the environment that I was born into. Blessed as that environment was, there's always worse. I am grateful that I was shown a better way to be, a better way to live, a better way to give. I'm grateful for that. And I get to exercise it every day, not just talk about it, literally make things happen multiple times every day. And so I look at where that's at. And so I challenge everybody to look at that. And here's the thing is not all of us get to hang out with millionaires. We're not in that environment. We didn't put ourselves in a situation to be there. And a lot of the millionaires that I get to hang out with, I knew them when they were struggling entrepreneurs and growing. I've known them since my teenage years, okay? And I've been able to grow and resonate with them. I've been able to mastermind with them on a regular basis. There's a power to long-term relationships. There's also proof of integrity. Somebody that doesn't have a lot of friends long-term probably either has a very not healthy environment, or they haven't learned the power of integrity and being able to stick around things. It's all environmental. And so, and mindset. So when you meet somebody that has long-term relationships, just know they probably figured out things a lot better, or they came from a way where they really care about who they work with. The thing here I'm going to bring up here is, Deanna was just on here talking. Deanna has been part of our culture for over 4 years. It doesn't seem that long because it's just gone by quick, but I've watched her grow and develop. And then she gets to watch Angie grow and develop. I get to hear about how great Angie is all the time when we talk. And then I know Angie too. But we watch each other grow and succeed. And that environment that helps us build, we're able to create that with like-minded people going the same direction, all here in this community, this family environment that we have. Most people don't have 10 friends that can help them rise up. That's a fact. That's the majority of people. And you can argue with me, but I'll tell you, 95% of Americans retire broke. America, the richest country in the world, even when it's being attacked and torn apart, still one of the most amazing places to live. And if you travel the globe much, then it doesn't get much better than America, right? It just doesn't. Okay, there's very, very few places that I would rather be than anywhere in America. And that's from someone that's traveled the globe many times. We are so blessed here, almost too blessed, okay? And the fact still remains that we have people that aren't succeeding at the levels that they should based on the resources available, and it's all because of our environment and the lack of knowing what to do, right? So we get to change that here, and we get to share it forward in a proven system and processes, but it's not just about the PBS, it's also about mindset. And I would be not doing and fulfilling what I know needs to be done if I didn't share that with you all, like it was shared with me. I've been able to live it for years. My mindset is why I wake up every morning and make things happen that others don't. My mindset is why I can still survive and thrive in rough environments and situations when there's emergencies going on with the family, with friends, with close ones, and not shut down, know how to keep going, how to handle things. My mindset has depicted everything. It's who we are. The decisions I make versus decisions other people make create the results that I want versus the real results I probably don't want. All of these things can be shared, but it's best shared with energy and your surroundings. That's why that saying always comes up of, if you're not happy where you're at, look who you're hanging out with. Are they happy? Are they successful? Are they miserable too? Because who you hang out with is part of what you absorb. The energy of those around you are part of what you absorb. And Richard Davidson, I know you're on here. I'll bring up something. We talked about it, and he's very enlightening for me. And sometimes he just knows the right thing to say. And I'm struggling with helping you guys adapt to your taste. And he says, Rory, they say, you are what you eat. And we're talking about the alkaline diet and everything else. He goes, but really we are what we absorb. And that it's not just the food, it's the movies we watch, it's the television we watch, it's the books we read, it's the people we listen to and hang out with. And it does change who we are and what we absorb. And if we put ourselves in positive areas and means to absorb positivity, we're going to be more of a positive person. We hang around negativity, we're going to be a negative person. And it is this simple. It is this simple. And it doesn't mean you need to leave all your friends and dust them behind, but you know what? If they don't have what you want, either they come with you or you've got to separate and find your tribe, right? You've heard that before. Find your people that are going to help you rise up. And something that we always wanted to do here, and it's why it's part of our core values and in the intent of the core values, is to resonate and grow and raise everybody up. Raise everybody up. If you don't want to be raised, you don't want to grow up you don't want to be risen up to be a better person for you, your family, and the community, this is not the place to be, because that's what we want to focus on all the time. And we have a means for time and financial freedom because we have the system, the PBS, that utilizes the internet, marketing techniques, marketing understanding, marketing, angles, everything that we teach and develop here to create time and financial, freedom. We've got a system we can plug and play the right products, the right services into, and have a way to get it in front of others to actually do the marketing services to gain the customers, right? We have all of this. but it's the mindset and the understanding of that, just so we can write better. We can be positive to do the work and grind it out when it seems like, you know, we're hitting a wall. And the thing about walls, you guys, like, and I've talked to Deanna about this many times, is like, sometimes it seems like nothing's working. You know, there's always adversaries and things and doubt that sets in. And whenever I'm about to have a big accomplishment or around the corner, it's amazing how much doubt just starts feeding into my brain. And I don't even know where it comes from sometimes. Even I get that. What I've learned, though, is I've learned it as oh, this is a warning. Something big's about to happen. Just keep plugging along. And sure enough, around that corner, it always works out. And there's things like that that's good to share, good to talk about. And I'm going to try to be inspired on this on the Tuesday calls, because I think this is going to do more good to keep people going. Your instructors, they already know what to give you, how to guide you down the path of the process. And it is a system, not a suggestion, to get everything done you need on your PBS, to get Google AdSense, to be part of e-marketing. But what I need to help you guys understand more is the mindset. We're going to focus on that really solidly here on the Tuesdays. And I'm going to bring tidbits out and hopefully some inspiration to keep you guys going. And what happens is, as you're on these Tuesday calls, you're going to absorb it. And the thing is, and I know Niall brings it up, but I'll bring it up all the time, truth never changes, and truth is powerful. Truth will always rise to the top. So when I resonate truth to you, you can try to dispute it. You can say it sounds too good to be true, but the more you analyze it, the more you ponder it, the more you're going to realize, hey, that guy knows what he's talking about. And it was not invented by me. These are shared truths that were taught to me by mentors over years and years of experience. These are conversations that I learned when I was masterminding and hanging out with my friends and my brain trust, as I call them, when I was struggling with the business or where things are going, and I could just go sit down with them and explain what's going on, and they would give me advice based on their experience to fix it. And they think differently than me in some areas, and that helps. Because, you know, we get tunnel vision on what we think is best, because that's all we know. We don't know what we don't know. And by realizing that and talking to others that can help you, that's how we grow. You know, I don't always have the answers, but man, I know a lot of people that have probably struggled in business aspects and different things too. And I'm just going to open up to them. That's the environment we have here. Your instructor, odds are, is doing more in this than you're doing now, and they can help you. But here's the thing. If they can't, their instructor can. And if they can't, their instructor can, and it goes all the way up the channel until you're getting to Tanya and I, who's pretty much, I guarantee we've been working on this a long time. You guys, I've failed at everything possible in building this process. I got here through failures, big failures, multi-million-dollar failures to get to this point. That's where the experience comes from. Bought and paid, thank you very much. And it's awesome to be able to share it without sharing the burden of those expenses. You know, like, the very core understanding of how our instruction and instructors work was a very costly experience and a very awesome learning curve for me, for Tanya, and both. We go over all the time, and without those major failures, we would not have made the processes as solid as they are today. And we grow it at the right speed for students. And you know, not everybody has the understandings that you need to have to be a solid entrepreneur, to be in the business world, right? There is I mean, for me, it's a disgusting thought, but on the surface, not knowing how things are as an entrepreneur, being an employee has its benefits, right? Like, I just show up, I can turn it off and leave, and I just get my paycheck, and I can handle the stuff that I think I need to get. And I'll always be complaining about I don't have enough money, but man, I don't have to worry about a whole lot of other things. I can see a comfort to that. I also bring it up when Deanna was talking, and I know how she feels about it. If she had to go get a job tomorrow, I think she'd have a panic attack and not know what to do. It's the worst feeling ever, because she knows what the difference is, right? You don't know what you don't know, but once you know, sometimes you don't want to go back. I'd be the worst employee for anybody. I don't want to be told when I can work, when I can't work. You know, I get to literally, you know, if I don't feel creative, I don't need to write. If my grandson's available to play with and I want to play with them, I can rearrange my entire day so I can do what I care about the most at that moment. You know, our grandkids grow up so fast, and I honestly don't have any regrets, because I've spent a lot of time with my grandkids and going to continue to, but that was planned out years ago. And I was able to balance things out and plan things out. And so is Tanya, to where this incredible thing we get to do here doesn't interfere with our goals and our family dreams. We find a way to make it work better. We have family involved in this, you guys, and it's awesome, again, that we can do all that. But a lot of this is, planned out and learning how to plan your life, how to plan goals, how to build to a goal, how to reverse your timing to the activities you need to do to achieve the monetary needs you need and the growth you need for your business. That's important to teach you guys. And it's something that you either learn it and get it, or you get help to get it. We got to give you help on it. Just show up and listen. We'll be bringing Tanya on to go over time blocking over and over again, because you know what? Nothing is that easy. You learn quick. It sounds easy, but you miss something. Repetition is the mother of all learning. I'll have Tanya, and she reviews my schedule. She gets to see every minute of what I do. And every now and then she'll say, why are you spending 2 hours of that? That seems a little crazy to me, Rory. Like I have to explain why. And usually she's right. I'm like, well, I put 2 hours on there. She's like, well, I need you to do this and this and this. Can you help me with that hour? She does that constantly. And if there's a reason why I need those 2 hours, it's there. But even I overstep my timing sometimes because I don't know what that project's going to entail. But and I back things up. Sometimes I even double book certain things. So it's incredible at the same time where that means, and the ability for us to work together that way is pretty iconic. But it's something that we can teach others that they come and ask, and that's what we're there for. So I'm going to move on to repetition on our live events. Okay. I've met a lot of our students at live events, and I've met a lot of our students that are successful at live events. There is a common ground there. And I've seen people on the verge of quitting just know they get to an event, they get a lot of pressure from their instructor. They're going to get it from me because I believe everybody should go to a live event every year. It feeds you. It's our office time. But man, when you get to see what's going on and growing, and you guys, we have the most amazing products to be part of, right? Wine is fantastic. It's wine. It's amazing wine. Bella Vita keeps adding more and more products. And I'll say this really quick. Pretty sure we're going to have something new and exciting to add to something that's already amazing will come this event. And at the launch times and the stuff to get it out there first to market, we're going to gain and we're going to win. All right. I haven't covered anything I haven't covered on other calls right there. I'll tell you that Niall and I are guinea pigs. We've been trying a new product. There's things going on. I'll leave it there. But I'll tell you this. We know it's not going to be launched until it's ready. And we know that they're getting things lined up, and they always like to launch things at events because events are powerful. We get to come on these Tuesday calls and talk to hundreds of people at a time. Well, when you get, 600, 800, 1,000 serious people in a room and launch something magical that is going to bring in a lot of financial and hence time freedom solutions, it's a lot of fun. It's an energy that you need to share in. And it's also very real. And, Angie, you brought up something. I'm going to go back and forth on this because it's just shared truths. When you went to Fort Lauderdale, you had no idea how big this was until you were there. And what you thought it was not that big and you realize I'm part of something way bigger than I thought. That is a power that you can only see live because you don't know how big something is if it's big until you get there, because all you know is what you know, right? You don't know what you don't know, and you can't fathom something bigger until you see it yourself. Someone can explain it, someone can talk about it, but until you actually see it. I'll give you some other common things in that I've seen in my life, right? Like I heard it was fun to be a father, but when my firstborn came out, I understood why people couldn't explain it. It was an amazing feeling, okay? And as great as that feeling is, becoming a grandpa was even better, right? But I heard that from people. I'm like, man, I don't know. It's pretty amazing how great that feeling was. And then the grandkid, boom, different, bigger feeling. And it's a universal thing like that. When you're part of an organization that's doing good and truly helping others and developing better humans, it's amazing. But when you realize how big it is, it's even more amazing, and your belief is going to grow. That's the belief you need to do this day in, day out, day in, day out. And the fire builds up. It's like a bonfire. You attend an event and that bonfire is burning hot. And then you leave the event and you go to work, and life is always going to tear us down. It seems to be an amazing effect of things, right? And that bonfire gets smaller and smaller and smaller. That's why we want another event to build it back up and boost things up. Big solid business boosts and builds from event to event because of that energy that we're able to share and build at events. That's why we try to do them all the time, steady within months, so we can keep that inertia going, momentum going. And we're in a situation where we have new things coming out to keep it fun and vibrant, but also we already have the system going. We're adding more income streams that make more success available to more people. It's not just a few that can win here. It's everybody that can win here if they just do the work. We've got the most amazing process for that. I've never seen anything like what we have. And it's even bigger than what I aspired to build when we had our first vision where we're going, and having 2 solid anchors and a third that are helping us build. And I know other things that are coming that we're perfecting that are just going to add more to what we have. And I look at it every time as this is going to bless our awesome family and community, because we're going to just add to what we're already doing and increase those incomes. And the incomes go up and people are past what they need to live and survive. Now we get into the overabundance where now they can live and survive and help others. That's going to be incredible. And it'll surmount to even more. Well, it's just more blessings. You know, the more money Tanya and I have had come in, and the more we've invested into this, the more blessings that keep coming. I know that's how it works. I live it every day, and I can only wait until we have literally thousands of our students doing the same thing. Thousands of our instructors hitting those overabundant levels where it starts popping like popcorn. That's how we'll help tens of millions, hundreds of millions, because we'll have the wherewithal to do it. The second this becomes a business for time and financial freedom, and you're in the overabundance where now it's passion to help others, game over. We will change the world. We will help so many more people that way. So I'm going to pull up a couple things just really quick on the page because we're on the time. I updated it really quick. The Accelerate page. And it's just RRR247.com, XLR8, okay? I'll go ahead and put it in the chat. And you guys, this is coming up. Now we have our wine event, which is our Grand Crew event. We got people buying tickets, booking the rooms, all that fun stuff. I do mention some stuff about that down here. I probably should put it out of here. I sent an email out about our travel cash. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more. And before we close out here, we're just a few minutes over. But Dallas, Texas, September 22nd through the 26th. And this is going to be incredible exchanges of energy. This is going to be some amazing training, but also the stuff that happens before, after, in between breaks, the day before on our RRR247 day, which is all day Sunday. We're able to really impact. And it's like taking these Tuesday night calls and lining up 24 or 48 of them in a row and really pounding it out. And you're going to be absorbing it, and you're going to be absorbing it from the experience of everybody around you. I don't know how else to explain it other than it's very atomic. All right. It's so much bigger than just talking to one person. It's that shared energy in one location is intoxifying. It is so amazing how it feels. And that's why you'll notice a lot of us, so as soon as the event, we're talking about the event before it's even ready, because we know what's going to happen. And here it is. It's the beginning of June. We got July, August, September, 3 months. We're into this. 3 months. It goes by quick. That's a 90-day plan. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, get them. Now, I'm going to tell you, they have the financing on there. If you're brand new into Vela Vita, within 30 days, you get the lowest rate possible. I put this note right here. In June, you're gonna sign up and make the 2 payments for whatever it is initially. The third payment's in 30 days in July, and then the final payment's August 15th. That's the last payments is August 15th, so everything gets cleared. Now, we know we can log into our back office from the meeting we had yesterday for those that already have tickets and rooms. And if you need to add a day before or after, because some people are going to stay till Monday or Tuesday, and some are going to come in on Wednesday versus Thursday. It happens. A lot of us do that. Some of us got way awesome airline rates to leave on Tuesday versus Monday, and that extra 150 for a night became cheaper than that airline ticket. That happens too. And I'm going to be there. Tanya's going to be there. A lot of our MSIs and instructors are there through Tuesday, and there's tons of that means you got a full day Monday to talk. Where a lot of people leave on Monday. Tanya and I stick around always extra, so that we can dive into you're there. We all flew to the same location. You cannot beat face to face with things. So I'm going to spell this out right here. If there's still you save $200 if you pay it like on a credit card, and credit cards are line of credit. But you guys investing in yourself for this, it is unbelievable where your business can go. And to me, I've spent a lot of money on me. I've invested a lot of money in me for decades and decades. I still continue to do so. I have spent incredible money for what most people would think just to spend a weekend with somebody that had information that I needed. I wanted to get around it. I've spent money to go see them, travel with them, dinners, and also, I've attended, trainings and events with people at a very high cost to better me. And I get to pay that forward. These events to me are priceless. They're priceless, and Costa and I think alike. We want more people there. So he literally paved a road to help people get there and commit to going and make it work out. Dallas, Texas is a beautiful city to fly into. It's also great rates, big airlines and big airports. So the accommodations to get people there is pretty dang amazing. You got Dallas Love and Dallas Fort Worth. You can fly in on Southwest, JetBlue, American, United, Delta, even those Spirit and Frontier that I like. Sorry if you have to use them, but you can to get in. And you guys, there is unbelievable things that are there as far as to get there, and it's the right type of a place to be. Great weather, actually, at the time we're going. September is a great time to be in Dallas. Not too hot, but beautiful. It'd be great to be at the pool. And poolside is great to talk to your instructors. And that's going to happen the day before and after our stuff on Sunday and on Monday. And Niall brought up something, you guys, and this is how we live all the time. Niall brought up something about, Angie at the pool, because the day after the last event in Fort Lauderdale, we were all able to hang out and powwow, mastermind, talk about business, and get through some stuff. We're able to go break bread, right? And those are around there. We get picked that up there. And Angie, without even asking you, I know you gained a lot from the poolside conversations because we could break down things, and you probably weren't expecting that. And you get to see like, oh my gosh, there's this and that, and just feeling around the energy you're with. These people you're working with, your instructors, your instructor teams, your MSIs, these are the people that care about your future. We're all in this together to grow. And that is your community of your 10. And if you're working with an instructor that's growing and developing, that's only going to help you grow and develop as long as you're around absorbing what they're there to help pass on and share with you. And then we have these live events where we can, personally reach out to you and connect with you, even though we're several levels down in instructors now. Tanya and I can still reach out and be part of that and help share that with you, and along with the MSIs and everything. That's why these live events are so critical. So if you're not in Bella Vita yet, get with your instructor, get in Bella Vita, get your tickets, right? You're going to need a room. Your MSIs are awesome at arranging roommates and lining things up. Every day I have one of my students that are looking for a roommate. I tie him up with the MSI that's coordinated with that. And this is going to happen. And the closer we get, the more it's going to happen. One of the best, I'll stop my screen sharing. One of the best advices I can give everybody is get out of things that create procrastination. If you're waiting till last minute, it's a bad habit. I'm going to tell you, I've had amazing opportunities happen to me because I do not live in a procrastination zone. If I'm doing something last minute because it came up, I was able to because I don't procrastinate. I got things out of the way a long time ago. I hate the 11th hour. I'm glad it's there, but I hate it. Because if I have to do something in the 11th hour, that means somebody somewhere broke down and wasn't prepared. And as long as it wasn't me, it's okay. But then you gotta make your team stronger around you. So, we all need to get in the habit when there's an event coming up, we're going to get the best price possible. We're going to be set up for it. And, you know, eventually everybody should have like a separate business card for travel, and that's what you just put it on. You're just ready to go. You've already got a budget on it. You set things up. You know, you can get the extra mileage. You can get all the other stuff that's there. You can get the points with Marriott 9 times out of 9 times. It cost is going to be booking at a Marriott property. It's pretty much the way it goes. So if you don't have a Marriott points, get one, because you're going to get free stays for vacation time or the next event. I have enough points. I can add, I think, 2 or 3 rooms onto our event at no cost because of Marriott points. There's things are going to happen. We're going to be working on that. We're going to be pressing on that. And you guys, the travel bug is fun. When you change your environment, leave your home, leave all the habits you have there, all the surrounding energy habits you have there, and go and hang out with instructors that care about your future. Hang with Tanya and I that care about your future. Hang with Costa, everybody at Bella Vita that cares about your future. Sharing that energy, it's going to build that bonfire to fire you up that you go back home to and carry on to the next one. I'll be a broken record on this. It's a true process of conventions. It's why conventions happen. For big companies and little companies that want to become bigger, our biggest asset is the people. And if you don't dive in to help the people become better, you're not going to grow any business. And as business owners, which is we're all business owners, we're all partners in this, we have to invest in ourselves. Our biggest asset is us. We're our biggest asset. What's up here and how we use it is our biggest asset. The people we surround ourselves with, that we partner with, are biggest assets. So investing in that is so critical. And we're gonna touch base on this from time to time, get used to it, because it's that important. It is so important. And then the system's a system. It works. Show up and do the work. But that passion, that drive, that extra to get you going and keep focused on what you're doing with your PBS, that's what these bonfires are for. That's what they're for. So let's make that happen. I'm going to go ahead and close out. We got, I think if everybody wants to stay on for PPPS stuff, I think we're still doing that after the call. Also, IBO. So if I'll stay on for a little bit here, we've got awesome news. There are additional 50 slots for the IBO available for another project for that. They make it sound really good. It's there's slots available now. I was going through the list. We have a waiting list. They should be reaching out to more and more people on it, but new people coming in, have your instructor, we can fast track 50 people right now. There's still more slots being open on another project, but we just got another 50 available right now today. So if you've been thinking about the IBO program, maybe you don't know what it is. It's a way to participate in merchant processing solutions as an independent business office. It doesn't cost you a penny. Our team pays for everything. We have attorneys behind it that set it up there. Our own attorney for RRR247 is Jim Frankowiak. He is there to oversee everyone getting set up properly. He's there in case there's ever an issue to all overcome it and solve it. But they get you guys set up. There's some requirements to it. There is a video on it. I'll put that on here right now so you guys can watch it. If you don't know what it is, it's on the bottom of the master page. Okay, I'll actually show you where that is really quick. I told them I would bring it up to you guys, so I'm going to go there right now. RRR247.com. RRR, that's our main training page. RRR247.com/RRR. Then when you go to this page, there's all these things we do to get you guys set up and going. There's step 1. Okay, step 1 takes you to the /master page. So RRR247.com master. It all starts here. And this is where you learn about the circulation or the circulatory, the circulation of offers and everything that's there. That's where you go through episode 9. You learn to start modifying your wine pages, your Bella Vita pages, right? It's all here. And at the very bottom, right before the very bottom video, right here is IBO program explained. This will literally explain to you how you can get paid $750 a month for a minimum of 6 months. We have people over 3 years now getting the $750 a month. Sometimes it goes a year. We explain what it is. We wind it down, and then we're able to get people going again. We have several students that are on their second round of this. You guys, a year of 750 is $9,000 a year. Most people don't make that much in a part-time job a year. And it takes about 10 to 15 minutes a month to do the requirements for this program. This is something that is truly magical. And I tell everybody, if you can qualify for it, do it. There's no reason not to do it. And if you don't qualify for it and there's things you can fix to make it there, like your credit or something, get it fixed. It's not going away. This program, it's built to last. It solves some massive problems in a world that's probably never going to change. And I say never. I realize you shouldn't say never, but I'll tell you, in all the years of Visa, MasterCard, and the way they've done things, what we solve, the way we work on this and do it in a legal way, is a solid solution that I don't see going away. But I would take advantage of it if you can, because it's technically free money to help you build and invest and work on your mindset, right? When you're not covering your expenses, it's scary to go forward, right? It just is. So again, that's on the /master page. Get with your instructor. They'll get you lined up. It tells you exactly how to get set up in here. You'll get connected with Jim and Chloe, and they'll get you going. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording. God bless. See you on Wine Wednesday tomorrow, and the training's on Saturday.